Serene, surreal. This is surreal right now.
Surreal and serene.
Yeah. Is that possible? Can that be?
Of course, yeah, yeah. So what's your name?
Michelle Jazwinski.
Okay, Michelle Jazwinski. How do you feel?
I feel awesome. I feel just very, like this is not really happening right now. Like I just was saying, like serene, it's surreal. It's like just being up here and just being away from just the hustle bustle, like where I live, and it's just I don't know. It's weird.
So what happened? What'd you do?
I just wrote a book.
First book?
Yes.
And it took you less than 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
When did the first idea come in your head about writing anything versus a book? Yeah.
About 4.5 years ago.
And where did it come from? I mean, where did the idea come from?
I actually went to some classes and they were talking about writing a book, and so I started, and they actually was like more like it was like very outlined and structured, and I started it, and then I just kind of put it off, and then I never finished it, and so it's been in my head since then to
Wow.
do it,
Wow.
and I just yeah.
What's the difference between a class and this retreat?
This retreat, you're pretty much like, I just went in and just started writing, which I shocked myself, first of all, because I never thought I was going to be able to do this, like ever. Like I never saw myself as a writer. Like even in school, I never was one to write like long stories or like, that's just not my thing. I'm a hairdresser, so I'm very more artsy, creative, not, and yeah, so I just pretty much, I've been actually talking with Tom and going on his website since last year and contemplating about when I'm going to go, because I was going to go last year to Sedona. And I kept putting it off because I didn't think it was the right time. And so when I saw a couple weeks ago at the university, I took a one-day class and I was like, okay, I'm going. I'm just going to do it. And the most surprising thing is how I was able, like it just flowed. Like the process, I mean, it's just, this is like a genius. Like this workshop or retreat is just, the hardest part for me was to sit, because I like to stand, I'm always going. And for me, just to put everything, phone calls, everything aside, just concentrate on just writing, because to show you, I mean, it can be done, obviously.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
How is this going to aid your career and your, moving forward? Like, is it going to coexist with your career?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. How so? Your career is a?
Well, I'm a hairdresser, and I just started a new business with a new hair extension company. So I'm launching a whole new products, and my main focus was marketing. So it's going to give me more, I think, credibility and get my name out there. Because I've been doing hair for almost 24 years, and I'm well known in Vegas. But I mean, as far as I want to take this like internationally, like all over the world. So this is a great, I think, tool to use.
Wonderful. So it's a product, it's branding.
Yes.
Getting your name
Branding,
out, getting your voice. So your book is fiction, nonfiction?
It's
A how-to?
how-to, pretty much, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I also incorporated some nice, good, juicy stories in there.
Great.
To make it, juice it up a little bit.
So you completed a book in 2 days.
Yes.
This retreat used to be 8 days and then 5 days and now 3 days. And
Wow.
what's your feeling before versus now?
Before I came here?
Yeah. Like, did you, doubts, fears, worries?
Oh, yeah. They were all running across. And then I wasn't sure if I was prepared properly. I'm very analytical. Like, I like to do everything in steps. Like, everything has to be just laid out just so. So I pretty much just got out of my head and then just let it go. And I just showed up pretty much and worked or did the process, and was able to complete it.
That's great. That's
Happy.
great. did you have any discoveries or epiphanies this weekend about yourself or about your writing or what's going to happen, your future, your destiny?
Oh, it's kind of a scary thing because like I know like I'm just on this fast track and it's like it's weird, but it just I don't even know how to describe it. But it's not that it's easy, but I'm kind of just going with it and not stopping to question as much as I normally do, because that's just my personality, how I am. And I'm just kind of just going with it and just seeing where it's going to take me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just ready just to go on that journey. And like this is just the beginning. So yeah, I know there's going to be plenty of other books that I'm going to be writing in the future because yeah, I just think too in my field there's not a whole lot of books like out there, and I think it's just important for people to get the knowledge and just for me to voice a lot of stuff that I've been just holding in that I haven't been able to express. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna read.
Okay.
I'm very used to the camera.
Exactly.
Just like you're like, oh,
What would you say to the person that doesn't think they can do it? What would you say to the person that doesn't, that's scared,
I would say trust the process and go for it. Just do it. Just don't even think about it because I thought about it for way too long. Yeah.
Cool.
Just do it.
Cool. And again, what did you discover this weekend in terms of your destiny? Like, not to, just in terms of where you see yourself like a year from now or 2 years from now or 5 years from now. What do you think this book potentially can do, not only for you, but for, the world and others in terms of spreading your message?
I think for other hairdressers, it's going to help them as far as a lot of the obstacles that I had to come across to get to where I'm at. And if they read the book, they can pretty much, be able to make a significant amount of money and at the same time just learn a lot quicker, not go through all the stuff that I had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as with my career, I want to be known as like an expert in this, what I do, because it's what I'm passionate about. It's what gets me fired up and every morning jumping out of bed, because I don't look at it as work. I look at it as something I enjoy to do, and I feel very fortunate, very blessed that I have that, because there's so many people that hate their job, wake up every day, and they're just dragging. So I want to spread and teach people what I know and for everybody to be successful.
Nice. And it sounds like even your writing process was similar in terms of the love and, to do what you did in 2 days, you had to have, be passionate about what you're writing about and know that it's going to be beneficial for you and everyone else. And that's really awesome. That's really awesome. So, surreal, serene, tell me more. How you feel?
I feel like I'm dreaming right now. Like, it doesn't feel like it's happening.
That you actually wrote a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I'm going to go back and my friends and like, I just feel weird saying like, not that I don't know, it's just because they're just going to like, Michelle, like, it seems like every day I surprise them coming up with something anyways lately, so they're just another thing. I just think they're like going to be like crazy until I actually have it in hand and I'm like, and I show them. I think until I actually have it, they're just going to be like, okay, nice, 'cause it's not every day that people can, I guess, say that they wrote a book, right?
Exactly. I think that's part of the dream.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you.